Today's video, we're going to be doing my review on the Justice League Snyder Cut trailer. Before I get started here, if you have not seen the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think they're titling it Zack Snyder's Justice League. Everybody who was chanting this movie to come out for the last 3 years were calling it the Snyder Cut. So if I call it the Snyder Cut, I was one of them guys cheering it on. That being said, if you have not seen the trailer yet and you are a huge DC fan, if you have been following Zack Snyder and all this stuff going on, I highly recommend that you check the trailer out before you come back and watch my review. This is your spoiler warning. Feel kind of strange doing a spoiler warning for a movie trailer, but this movie trailer is so awesome. I want to make sure that I don't ruin it for you. Very beginning of the trailer starts off, Superman is just floating. He is floating. He has been killed by Doomsday, and the sonic boom, his scream is so loud that it is just shattering across the universe. The first thing that caught my attention is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is absolutely incredible. For the first 30 seconds of this trailer, I thought, man, this is the Justice League movie that we deserved. It's morbid. It's gritty. It's like the beginning of the trailer. If you're, like I said, if you're a huge Superman fan like I am, it makes you feel for his death. And I think this was kind of the premise that Zack Snyder wanted for this movie. Now, if you're an old nostalgia fan of Superman and Batman and all the characters and everything, the Joss Whedon version wasn't too bad. I enjoyed watching it in the theater. I think I enjoyed it most because I love seeing the Justice League get put together. You know, everybody had the Avengers. The Avengers movie was great. Joss Whedon directed the original Avengers movie. And I just think that it was awesome to see all the characters on screen. But seeing this trailer made me realize that this is the movie that we've been waiting for. So the trailer goes on after Batman versus Superman. It pretty much carries over from Batman versus Superman, and it goes into a collage of things that Lex Luthor had said at the end of BVS, and announcing that the bells have been rung. Steppenwolf talked to him in Batman versus Superman. We didn't get to hear that conversation, but at the end of BVS, I feel like I'm saying BVS a lot. BVS, Batman vs. Superman. At the end of the movie, you have Lex Luthor in prison, and he's talking to Batman, and he says that the bells have been rung. The god is dead. And that is basically what they're going through at the beginning of the trailer. The god is dead. Superman is dead. And the bells, in this interpretation of what they're talking about, I believe, is Superman's scream as he dies, and that travels across the galaxy and lets good old boy Apocalypse know Earth is ripe for the taking. Apocalypse looks amazing. The graphics, Zack Snyder's had a while to kind of bring these clips together and kind of do more animation. Steppenwolf looks incredible. His body armor is awesome. Apocalypse looks great. I'm kind of glad that Apocalypse isn't talking in the trailer. I kind of want that to kind of be a surprise in the movie, but I think everything in this movie is going to be a surprise. It is 4 hours. 4 hours long that they were originally going to do a 1 hour series on HBO Max. I think having this into one big full movie and not having to break it down like it is a series, this is going to be epic. So then the trailer takes off with Gal Gadot's version of Wonder Woman, and she's in some kind of cavern and she's looking at Apocalypse, and I guess they're starting to figure out that, hey, there's a possibility this guy's coming. Then it busts into a nightmare scene with Batman. Looks like the city has just been brought to ruins. So we carry off through the trailer and it gets to the very end, and it looks like it's another part of the nightmare sequence. Everybody keeps saying that this is a nightmare sequence, and I think the reason why we believe that is because of what happened in Batman versus Superman. When it was a dream, it was like a premonition that Batman had, Bruce Wayne, and I'm starting to wonder if this is something that is going to actually happen in this movie, if we're looking at the future and not just the nightmare sequence. And then the Flash, Flash has to go back in time and warn Bruce Wayne of all this stuff. I really do think, and Zack Snyder's really good at this, if you've seen Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, those movies fall right into each other. It's like right after Man of Steel follows Batman vs. Superman. A lot of the dialogue that they had for the original trailer of Justice League in 2017, which is broken down with a different kind of feeling. Soundtracks make everything, and when they brought Danny Elfman in to do the original Justice League a few years ago, as big of a Danny Elfman fan as I am, I just thought that was a bad idea. So Junkie XL takes over at the helm of what Hans Zimmer had left when he did Man of Steel. This soundtrack is carried over from one movie to the other to this one. It sounds like they haven't lost a step. The theming and everything in this trailer is awesome. It fits in with the music. It's dark. Yes, it is dark. The movie's rated R. That's a big difference too. I don't really know. I know they say that it's for language, but I think that they throw that in there too because a lot of it is dark. It may be a little too much for a younger audience. I have grown up within the dark age of comics, so I am all for it. This is really exciting for those of you who have been following the DC universe. I hope that this movie can bring it back because Justice League in 2017 seemed like it just kind of sent it off a cliff. Now, I will say Batman vs. Superman was kind of the start of that. The plot was a little disjointed. They did come out with an Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman, which was a lot of the unedited version of the movie because there was a lot of stuff that they had left out that were big pointers. And when they came out with that movie, that was rated R too. And I believe Warner Brothers has had a big part in not wanting to make the R-rated versions, but now HBO Max has taken over. Zack Snyder has got his 4-hour movie. The Snyder Cut is alive. Now HBO Max has taken control of the DC movies here, at least for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I gotta say, it's amazing. I have HBO Max. It's incredible. I'm really glad that I got it. It has all the DC movies on it. Not all of them, but they're pretty much the owners of DC now. So we'll see where this goes in the future. But I'm hoping that after this Justice League movie, I'm hoping that it gets enough people's confidence that, hey, you know what, we can keep these going. It's an absolutely amazing trailer. I can't wait to see this. If you didn't skip the video to watch the trailer before you watch the video, go check it out now. It is really awesome. You'll really enjoy it. It's a well put together. You do have to see, I have a feeling you will have to see Batman vs. Superman going into this movie because I feel like he's doing like he did with Man of Steel to Batman vs. Superman. And it's like you have to see Man of Steel before you see Batman vs. Superman or you're just going to kind of be lost. A lot like these Marvel movies. Marvel, and this is good for them because they know they're going to get you to see the other ones because you pretty much have to watch every Marvel movie from Iron Man to Avengers Endgame to know everything going on. I normally don't do trailer review videos, but this is something that really intrigued me. One, because I got HBO Max, and they are just pumping out good movies lately. And two, I'm a huge DC fan. I grew up reading Superman, Batman comics, grew up watching all the movies. Probably one of my favorite movies of all time is Christopher Reeve's Superman. I mean, this is great. I love seeing these characters on the big screen. Zack Snyder is a visionary, and he puts every amount of art and just stylization that he can into these movies. Some of the stories are a little, off sometimes, but you're always going to get great action. You're always going to get some of the best picture that you can in a movie. And for him to be at the helm of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, all these characters, I am all for it. This movie looks fantastic. Thank you all for watching the video. If you like it, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. We really appreciate it. With all that being said, I'm out, and remember, the adventure is out there.